Welcome to Arkadelphia, Arkansas, to the campus of Henderson State University, and to D. White Field for the last game, the third game of a three-game weekend set between your Henderson State Reddies and the Northwestern Oklahoma State Lady Rangers. Henderson State took both sides of yesterday's twin billing, and the Reddies will look to sweep the series as we get going early today. This one was scheduled for 12 noon. We're going to have first pitch about 9 or 10 minutes before, so if you are late to the ballpark, you might miss the first few pitches from Henderson State's starter today, Mallory Brewer, who's looking for her second win in as many days. Brewer got the victory in game one yesterday as she misses outside the Lady Rangers leadoff hitter Hannah Howell. Brewer went the distance, pitching a complete game, set a new career high with 9 strikeouts while walking only one batter. 1-0 to Howell. That's fought off the hands into right field. It bloops over the head of the second baseman White, and Howell remains hot for the Lady Rangers. Howell went 3 for 8 combined in the doubleheader yesterday. She starts with a single. Now she's 4 for 9 over the weekend, and that's no surprise. She came in to the 3-game set batting .457, and that average up over .450 again with her 4th hit of the weekend as Brewer misses to Lindsay McElroy. McElroy swings and misses. Count evens up 1-1. Top of the first, scoreless ball game. Cloudy skies here in Arkadelphia. We were expecting some more sun on the first day of spring, but all overcast right now. McElroy squares to bunt, pops it up, and pops it foul. A diving attempt made by the catcher Addie Jordan, but she was just a step behind it. But the count goes to 1-2. So we'll see if McElroy tries to bunt again. 1-2 from Brewer, just a bit outside. The junior pitcher from El Dorado does not get the call, but just wasted one. Count even now, 2-2. And that runs in on McElroy, and that hitter. So the first two batters, I should say, for the Lady Rangers reach safely. Howell singles to right field. McElroy is plunked, and the Lady Rangers have 2 on and nobody out here to start this ball game. Kaylee Johnson looking to get things going. First pitch from Brewer. Johnson squares to bunt. Right back to Brewer. She charges, fields, and fires accurately to first. First base was covered by the second baseman Zoe White as Monreal charged down the first base line. Both runners move over. Howell goes to third. McElroy goes to second. Couple stakes on the grill for Jaden Solberg with 1 out here in the top of the first. Strike called. Brewer clips the outside corner with the fastball. Winds gusting the same way as they did yesterday, out to right field. All 5 flags in the outfield being pushed out to right. 0-1, 0-2 as Solberg fouls it off and out of play. Lady Rangers, though, it's tougher for them to get it out to right field because pretty much their entire lineup is made up by right-handed hitters, so they're going to have to go opposite field. 0-2, swing and a miss. Brewer opens her K account with her first strikeout as Solberg becomes the victim. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first as Brewer looks to work around a leadoff single and a plunk of McElroy. Burleson hits it hard right side and through the infield. Into right field as 1 run scores. Howell trots home from third. McElroy is kept at second. Runners on the corners now for the Lady Rangers as Howell becomes the game's first run, and the Lady Rangers lead 1-0 here in the top of inning number 1. Brewer welcomes in Allison Zainka. First pitch to Zainka, swinging. Weak ground ball to Abby Moore. She makes a diving play, throws to second, but Burleson is safe. Burleson didn't slide, surprisingly. I don't think she was expecting the throw, but that will be an infield single as everybody is safe, and Zainka's got an RBI. McElroy comes home from third, and the Lady Rangers have 2 runs here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss as Allie Hufford bats for the first time this weekend. Now 0-2 after another whiff. Hufford used mostly as a pitcher. Only 1 at bat logged so far this season. She fouls it straight back. Count stays 0-2. Lady Rangers have already scored 2 runs here, top of the first. 2 runs on 3 hits. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Brewer gets her second K, but the damage is done. The Lady Rangers get a pair. Henderson State will have to fight back when they come up in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Ready Softball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to D. White Field. Henderson State bats in the bottom of the first as Caitlin O'Quinn leads things off for the Reddies. Henderson State with work to do as the Lady Rangers got a pair in the top half. Caitlin O'Quinn digs in, the lefty slap hitter for HSU. She faces Hannah Howell. Back up the middle and through. One pitch, one more hit for O'Quinn. And that's becoming a regular occurrence. O'Quinn, on the first pitch of the game that the Reddies have seen, extends her hitting streak to 9 games now. O'Quinn leading the Reddies in average by far. She's got 10 more hits than the next player on this team. She's batting .433 coming in. That average is just going up and up as Zoe White digs in, squares to bunt. She pulls the bunt back as O'Quinn slides into second safely. The throw down from Giorgio, not in time. O'Quinn has her 14th stolen base of the season. That also leads the Reddies. She is one of the most formidable leadoff hitters in the conference. She's going to be in scoring position half the time in the blink of an eye. 1-0 to White in the bottom of the first. She squares to bunt again. Gets it down. The third baseman, Zainka, charges and throws out White at first. O'Quinn moves over. Zanka cut right in front of the pitcher, Howell, who was in the infield, and Henderson State almost got a break, but the Lady Rangers get the out as O'Quinn moves to third. Abby Moore digs in. 1-on-1 out for the Reddies, trying to answer back at the bottom of the first after the Lady Rangers got 2 in the top half. Abby Moore waits on her first pitch from Howell. That's in the dirt. Gets under the legs of the catcher, Giorgio, but it does not get away, and O'Quinn has to stay at third after taking a long look in. 1-0 to Moore. Moore handling a new bat this weekend, it appears, the blue DeMarini. Upright stance from the righty hitter Moore. Takes the fastball inside, 2-0. Moore, 5'5" sophomore out of North Richland Hills, Texas. Leads the Reddies this season with 10 RBI, looking for one more here with O'Quinn on third. 2-0 from Howell. This is nibbled foul down the third base line as Howell's fastball ran in on the hands of Moore. 2-1 now the count. From Howell. Breaking ball stays above the belt, right at the HSU lettering of Moore's jersey across the front. Too high. Hitters count 3-1. Again, 1-on, 1-out for the Reddies. Bottom of the first. O'Quinn on third. 3-1 to Moore. Inside, Moore swings and fouls off what would have been ball 4, and the count goes full. Lady Rangers got 2 runs in the top of the first on 3 hits. Single by Howell. She came around to score on a Burleson single. Then McElroy, who was hit by a pitch, scored on an infield single by Allison Zanka. Big 3-2 from Howell to Moore. Inside, and Moore works a walk, taking first, and the Reddies now have runners on the corners with 1 out in the bottom of the first as Monreal, the Lone Star native, digs in looking for her first hit of the 3-game set. Monreal 0 for 1 with a walk and was hit by a pitch in Game 1 yesterday, then was 0 for 3 in Game 2. Would be a big spot to get her first base knock of the weekend. O'Quinn on third, Moore on first. Moore takes off, hit and run. The shortstop, Burleson Fields, steps on second. No throw to first, and that is an RBI ground out for Monica Monreal. Can't assume the double, obviously no double play turned by the Lady Rangers. So Moore eliminated from the base paths. Monreal on first, and O'Quinn comes home from third as the Reddies score in the bottom of the first to make it 2-1. So the Reddies, even though they put the hit and run on, it was hit right to the shortstop Burleson near the second base bag, so Burleson was still able to beat Moore to second base, but Monreal hustles down the line and prevents the double play as Kaylee Reese takes ball 1 low. Reese second on the Reddies, batting .292, also second in hits with 19, second in RBIs with 9. 1-0. Another hit and run. Monreal takes off, and it's over the head of the left fielder, Solberg. It rolls to the wall. Monreal turns and comes home from third. She scores, and Kaylee Reese gets under the tag of Zanka at third. She's got, well, maybe a triple. It's going to see how they rule this. They will score a triple, and it looks like the Northwestern Oklahoma State head coach is going to come out and talk this one over with the secondary umpire, who ruled Reese safe, sliding into third. That was a really close play. I thought the ball beat her. I thought Reese was tagged out from the naked eye, but obviously no force. You got to put the glove on the body of Reese, and the umpire obviously did not think that Zanka did that. So as it stands right now, this is a two-out triple from Kaylee Reese that tied the game. And even if the call is changed, which it doesn't look like it will be, the run would still score as Monreal scored and touched home before Reese was hypothetically tagged out. But Lady Rangers head coach not pleased with that decision. Now this looks like this is Coach DeVries. She's going to talk to the home plate umpire, and she is very unhappy with the call at third base. She is letting the umpires know that she vehemently disagrees, and again, certainly does not look like this call is going to be overturned, and DeVries has to be careful now. She does not want to be ejected from this ball game, and she apparently has made her peace and returns to the dugout. 2-2 ball game. Kaylee Reese ties it with a triple in the bottom of the first, as Taylor Sled will dig in and try to give Henderson State the lead now. Two-two ball game, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Reese on third. Howell to the plate. Sled swinging, pops it up. Third baseman Zanka backtracks to catch it 3 feet to the left of third base. The Lady Rangers out of the inning, but not after the Reddies tie it at 2-2. We'll head to the second. You're listening to Ready Softball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to D. White Field, top of the second. First pitch swinging by the Lady Rangers first baseman Jaden Flowers. She inside outs it, goes opposite field of the infield. Slow roller to Moore, who fields and fires for the first out. 5-3. Moore made a nice play. That was gonna, if it got by Moore, that was gonna be a really tough play for Ashlyn Taylor, who was gonna have to charge from shortstop, but Moore cuts it off and throws out Flowers. And now 2 pitches and 2 outs as Housley lays down the bunt, and that was Moore again, who charges and is pulling double duty here in the top of the second. So 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the top of inning number 2. Mallory Brewer ran into some trouble in the top of the first. Gave up 3 hits and 2 runs, but trying to flip the script here, get back on track. And give the Reddies a chance to hit in a tie ball game as they come up to bat in the bottom of the second. Hannah Howell takes a strike right down the pipe. 0-1. To Howell. 0-2 now. Howell fouls it off. Brewer kind of had a similar start to yesterday's contest. Gave up 2 runs in the top of the first to the Lady Rangers, and then was sensational after that. Lady Rangers never got to her again as Brewer went the distance and got the win. 0-2 stays upstairs, 1-2 now. So Brewer trying to do the same, give up 2 in the first, but hold the Lady Rangers scoreless after that, as she has to deal with Lady Rangers' best hitter, Hannah Howell. Howell sends the 1-2 foul down the first baseline. Howell opened the top of the first with a single and later scored. This is sent to second base. White ranges to her right and makes a routine play for the third out of the inning. So the Lady Rangers get 2 runs on 3 hits in the top of the first, but Brewer retires them in order in the top of the second. Reddies will have a chance to take the lead when we come back. 2-2 ball game, heading to the bottom of inning number 2. Welcome back to D. White Field. First day of spring. We were expecting a little bit more sun today. Overcast clouds, but it looks like the sun's trying to push through as we enter the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 ball game. Reddies tied with the Lady Rangers. Addie Jordan leads things off and takes a fastball inside 1-0 from Hannah Howell. Howell has been the ace of this Lady Rangers staff so far this season, 2.52 ERA, coming into the third and final game of the weekend series. 1-0 to Jordan. 2-0. Howell misses outside with the fastball. Jordan hitting 7th for the Reddies, so it'll be 7-8-9 due up in the bottom of the second for HSU. 2-0. Inside 3-0. Howell, the pitcher, a 5'8" sophomore out of Anna, Texas. Went to Anna High School. 3-0 to Jordan, looking to get on to lead off the bottom of the second. She takes a strike right down Broadway, 3-1. Howell started the first game of yesterday's doubleheader, took the loss, went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. 3-1 to Jordan. Pops it up, but it will drift out of play, and the count will run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Howell got off to just a sensational start to the season. In her first 4 outings, she gave up just 3 earned runs and won the first 4 games she started, but it's been a struggle in her last 4 or 5 starts. To Jordan. We'll have another one. She fouls this off down the third baseline. So first start of the year for Howell, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Next start, 5 2/3, no earned runs. Next start, 7 innings, 1 earned run. Next start, 7 innings, no earned runs. The last 4 starts, 6 earned runs, 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 3 earned runs, and 2 earned runs. 2 earned runs yesterday as Addie Jordan reaches out and slaps a single into center field. A good at-bat to start the bottom of the second for Jordan, and the Reddies have a leadoff base runner for the second time in as many innings. Crystal Larry digs in, and this could very well be a sacrifice bunt opportunity for Larry, who runs well. So she'll try to place it well and beat it out down the line as she squares, but pops it up. It's caught by the catcher, Giorgio, and Larry, disappointed in herself, couldn't get the job done. Lady Rangers thank Larry for the out, and Ashlyn Taylor digs in after Henderson State is unable to move Jordan into scoring position. So it'll be now up to Henderson State's head coach, David Martinez, if he wants to put on the sac bunt again or let Ashlyn Taylor swing away. Jordan on first, one out. Appears as if Taylor will swing away. She does. Fouls it off as Jordan took off there. The Reddies might have had the hit and run on. And Ashlyn Taylor's a good person to do that with, an aggressive hitter, and makes a lot of contact. Taylor tied yesterday's first game in the second inning with a 2-run home run. Made it 2-2. It's 2-2 here as Taylor takes a ball to make it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. 1 runner on the base paths for the Reddies. Addie Jordan led off the inning with a 3-2 single to center field. Crystal Larry fouled out to the catcher. Giorgio trying to sac bunt as Taylor waits on the 1-1. Jordan takes off, hit and run, popped up in the infield. Jordan's going to have to hustle back, and she does, as the catch is made by the shortstop Burleson. The throw back not in time as Howell induces the P6 and has gotten 2 straight outs after Jordan's leadoff single. Henderson State's lineup resets for the first time. O'Quinn digs in for her second plate appearance. O'Quinn, one of the few lefties in the lineup today. As Jordan takes off again, throw down to second is high, cut off by the second baseman behind the bag. That was Johnson, as Jordan has a stolen base, her 3rd of the season. So runner in scoring position now for the Reddies, who are trying to break a 2-2 tie in the bottom of the second inning. Caitlin O'Quinn might be just the person to do that. Best Henderson State hitter this year, batting .441 as O'Quinn is late on it and fouls it off into the netting behind home plate. 0-2 now, as Howell, the Lady Rangers pitcher, tries to keep this a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the second. Jordan will be going on contact. Outfield playing in as O'Quinn takes it high and outside for a ball. The left fielder, center fielder, and right fielder probably only 25, 30 feet into the outfield, and there's a huge gap in center field. If O'Quinn hits it back up the middle, it's going to roll to the wall. She hits it foul down the first base line. It's interesting alignment. The left fielder, Solberg, shaded to the foul line. The center fielder, McElroy, shaded into left. She's basically McElroy, the center fielder, is basically playing left center field. Housley's playing a pretty typical right field, but center field is wide open for O'Quinn right now. If she can again send it back up the box, she might have an inside the park home run. The 1-2 misses outside. Count evened up, 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild on the board. 2-2 ball game, 2-2 count, 2 outs, and a runner on second, represented by Addie Jordan. 2-2 from Howell to O'Quinn. Bounces back to Howell, and Howell, the pitcher, fields her position, fires out O'Quinn, and we are tied heading to the third. 2-2 ball game, Reddies and the Lady Rangers. Welcome back to D. White Field, 2-2 ball game, top of the third. Mallory Brewer stays in the circle for HSU. She misses outside to Lindsay McElroy, the Lady Rangers center fielder and number 2 hitter. McElroy swings and foul tips it into the glove of Addie Jordan, 1-1. Scoreboard incorrect right now at D. White Field, says 0-2. It is 1-1 and now correct out in right field, 1-1. That runs inside and tags McElroy. She's hit for the second time today, but happy to head down to first as her first base coach checks on her left arm, says she's just appeared as if McElroy was just fine, but now taking some time behind first and making sure she's good to stay in the ball game. Appears she will. So McElroy reaches. Second time today she's been hit by a pitch. She came around to score after being plunked in the first. Kaylee Johnson digs in. Takes a ball. Or that, excuse me, that was late strike called. Lady Rangers putting the 1-4-2 play on, whatever that means. Maybe a hit and run or stolen bases attempt. McElroy gets pretty far off the bag there. Throw behind her down to first by Jordan, not in time, as McElroy gets back safely. Foul ball. Count 0-2. 2-2 ball game, top of the third. Stays 2-2. Johnson fouls it off again. Brewer got into trouble in the top of the first, allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, retired the Lady Rangers in order in the top of the second. We're in the top of the third here as Henderson State tries to sweep the weekend series. 0-2. It'll stay that way. Foul ball by Johnson down the first baseline this time. Henderson State now has won 5 in a row against the Lady Rangers, dating back to their last series in 2019. Reddies are 19-7 against the Lady Rangers in the GAC era. So they've pretty much dominated this matchup in the last decade as another 0-2 is fouled off by Johnson. McElroy on first. She was hit by a pitch to lead off in the top of the third. 0-2. Another one. Another foul ball from Johnson. Long battle here. Brewer trying to win it and record the first out of the inning. Just off the end of the bat. And foul. This battle continues. Johnson digs back in. Brewer again looking for what would be her third K. She misses. It skips outside. McElroy slides to second and slides in safely. That's going to be a wild pitch as Jordan, the catcher, had to slide to her right and keep that in front, but it was a good base running by McElroy. She saw that was going to be in the dirt and was going to be a tough play for the catcher, Jordan, regardless of what happened. Regardless of whether that got by her or was kept in front, that was going to be a tough play, and McElroy took off. 1-2 now. And another foul ball. Brewer going to get a quick word from her second baseman, Zoe White, who had a great day at the plate yesterday, reached safely in every single plate appearance. The only time she didn't reach safely is when she sacrifice bunted. 1-2. 2-2 outside. What an at-bat being put together here by Johnson as McElroy stands on second. Another 2-2. Another foul ball. popped up. Going to have a result somehow. And White, the second baseman, drifts into shallow right to make the play. Brewer wins a long battle with Kaylee Johnson to record the first out of the top of the third. 1 on, 1 out now for the Lady Rangers. McElroy stands on second. Jaden Solberg getting set to dig in. McElroy was hit by a pitch and advanced to second on a wild pitch as Solberg takes outside 1-0. From Brewer. That's low. Skips off the turf. 2-0. Clouds turning into blue skies here at D. White Field. Sun burning things off here. Looking like a spring day. This is hit hard to right field. Solberg breaks the tie. That's a home run. A 2-run shot by Solberg. And the Lady Rangers go ahead by a score of 4-2. Four-2 ball game now. Reddies trail by 2 runs for the second time today. Reddies trailed 2-0 after the Lady Rangers got 2 in the top of the first. And Jaden Solberg's 2-run shot over the right field fence makes it a 4-2 game. First time we've really seen a hard hit ball to right field this weekend, and that was certainly helped by the wind as Burleson slaps it left side right into the breadbasket of the third baseman Moore, who gloves and fires to first for the second out of the inning. So Moore comes back to get a 5-3 putout. Excuse me, Brewer comes back to get the 5-3 putout, and will now try to get the third out of the inning as Zainka digs in. Zainka swings. Looper drops in right field, bounces in front of Larry, who fishes it out near the wall, and this will be a 2-out single from Zainka as the inning continues for the Lady Rangers here in the top of the third. We had overcast skies. Now might be time for the sunglasses, though, as things have cleared up in the last 2 or 3 minutes, really just in the top of the third. Turning into a beautiful first day of spring. 0-1 now to the DH. Swing and a miss. Brewer gets her third K, but the Lady Rangers again, 2 runs in the top half. They score a pair in the top of the third, and they lead 4-2 on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to D. White Field. 4-2 ball game. Reddies trail in the bottom of the third as Zoe White leads things off. White facing Lady Rangers starter Howell, and turns on the first pitch of the at-bat, fouls it down the left field line. 0-1 to White. 2-3-4 due up for the Reddies in the bottom of the third. White sack bunted in her first at-bat. 0-1 here. Takes a strike as the breaking ball dips and catches the top of the strike zone. 0-2. White trying to defend the plate. Howell had 0-2. Hit hard, but right at the second baseman Johnson. She goes to one knee, makes the play, and records the out. White retired for the first time this weekend. She was 3 for 3 yesterday. Abby Moore digs in. High and outside, easy take for Moore. One 0. Beautiful day now. It was all clouds 10 minutes ago. Now the sun is shining everywhere you look. First day of spring. I think the scientific term is the vernal equinox for all you PhDs out there. 1-1. Hit hard and fair over the third base line. But Moore going to be held to a single as Solberg, the left fielder, hustled and cut that one off. Moore, though, gives the Reddies a one-out base runner here in the bottom of the third. Monica Monreal digs in. Moore on first. One out. Bottom of the third. Monreal takes inside. 1-0. Monreal grounded into a fielder's choice to the shortstop, who stepped on second unassisted. But that brought home Caitlin O'Quinn for the Reddies' first run. So Monreal already has one RBI as she takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. One the count, one out, one on. Reddies down 4-2, bottom of the third. Monreal swings into center field. Moore turns and heads to third. The Reddies had to hit and run on. Moore slides in safely, no throw. And the Reddies threatening with runners on the corners, trying to answer a pair of runs in the top half by the Lady Rangers, but the Reddies looking formidable here in the bottom half. Visit in the circle for the Lady Rangers. They want to talk it over as Kaylee Reese digs in. Long visit, and now the home plate umpire out to the circle to break up the conference. That was a players-only meeting. No Lady Rangers coach stepped out of the dugout. Runners on the corners. Moore on third. Monreal on first. One out, bottom of the third inning. Kaylee Reese had a triple in her first trip to the plate in the first. She squares to bunt, pulls it back, checks her 1-0 swing, but a called strike. 1-1 the count. That triple by Reese, not only her first triple of the season, but the first triple by any Henderson State player. Reese would love her second right here to tie this ball game. 1-1. 1-2, it rolls foul down the first base line. One, 2 to Reese. Runners on the corners, 1 out, bottom of the third. Reddies trail 4-2. Outside, Monreal takes off and steals second. Lady Rangers will not try to throw her out. Henderson State, if the throw had gone down to second, I could have definitely seen Henderson State sending Moore, who was at third. Henderson State happy, though, to have 2 runners in scoring position now, as Reese waits on the 2-2. Swing and a miss. A rare strikeout for Kaylee Reese. Only the 3rd time this year she struck out, and that's a big one for Howell. That's the 2nd out of the inning. And now the Reddies will need a base hit from Taylor Sled to keep the line moving and to eat into this 2-run deficit. Taylor Sled had what turned out to be the game-winning hit yesterday in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Looking for the game-tying hit here. Sled takes fastball outside, 1-0. That game-winning hit was a 2-run double. It made it 2-1 in the game. The Reddies won 4-1. They trail 4-2 here in the bottom of the third. 2 on, 2 out. Sled takes an inside strike, evening the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Moore on third. Monreal on second. Winds still gusting out to right field. Sled will have to go opposite field as a right hitter to use those winds. Sled calls for time, as Howell took a while to get ready on the rubber. One to Sled. Outside. Lady Rangers thought that was strike 2. Instead, ball 2. 2 on the count. In what has been a very long 3rd inning. Lady Rangers got 2 in the top half. Henderson State trying to answer with runners on second and third in the bottom half. 2-1 to Sled. Foul ball, 2-2. Ran in on the hands of Sled. Sled starting in the DH spot today, making her 7th start of the season. And looking for a big hit here. Base hit could tie this game. 2-2. Strike 3, Sled down looking. Howell gets out of it, and the Lady Rangers have the momentum. We'll go to the 4th. Northwestern up 4-2 on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to D. White Field. Top of the fourth, Lady Rangers hitting as Crystal Lindsay takes over in the circle for Mallory Brewer. Brewer allowed 4 runs in the first 3, and if the Reddies don't come back to at least tie it, she would be in line for the loss as things stand right now. 1-0 from Lindsay. Make it 1-1 as she finds the outside edge with a strike. She faces Jaden Flowers to lead things off in the top of the fourth. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for the Lady Rangers. Flowers, a lefty hitter, takes outside and low 2-1. Flowers, one of the few lefties we've seen today and this weekend for the Lady Rangers. Inside outs at foul. Hits it really hard into the Henderson State dugout. Two to Flowers. Lindsay back on the rubber, looking for the first out of this outing. Foul ball, stays 2-2. Lindsay took the rubber last in the first game of Tuesday's doubleheader at Delta State. Lasted 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them was earned. Struck out 1, didn't walk anybody. Two. Another one coming up. Foul ball. Lindsay making her 7th appearance. She started 2 games. 10 1/3 innings pitched coming in. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Lindsay starts the outing with a K. Flowers is retired for the first out of the top of the fourth. Housley, another lefty, digs in and takes a strike right at the belt. Nice pitch by Lindsay, really reached back for some extra heat there. Housley played in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. Went 0 for 1 with a walk. 0-1. 0-2. Housley late on it, fouls it back and out of play. Oh, 2. Count stays the same. Foul ball by Housley. Housley, a 5'3" freshman out of Newcastle, Oklahoma. Another 0-2. Popped up, and it drifts foul. It's down the left field line, but it tails about 5 feet left of the chalk. And Housley, the lefty, digs back in. Another 0-2. Housley choking up on the bat just a touch. Housley wearing one batting glove on the right hand. The left hand is bare. 0-2. Chop to the third baseman Moore. Right into the breadbasket of the sophomore, and she throws out Housley by a step for a simple 5-3 in the second out of the inning. Hannah Howell digs back in as the Lady Rangers lineup resets. First pitch to Howell. Does not catch the corner. 1-0. Howell 1 for 2 with a run. She led off the top of the first with a single to right field and later scored. 1-0. 2-0. Howell takes low and outside. Howell, the Lady Rangers' best hitter, comes in with an astronomical .444 average here into the last game of a 3-game weekend set. 2-0. Now 3-0. Lindsay trying to avoid the free pass. She's offered 7 walks and now 11 innings this year. So basically 2 walks in every 3 innings she throws. Gets a strike there to Howell, who still has a comfortable 3-1 hitters count. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Base is empty. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Lady Rangers lead 4-2. Northwestern Oklahoma State got 2 in the first, 2 in the third. Reddies got 2 in the bottom of the first, but left 2 stranded in the third. Howell strikes out swinging. Lindsay, a pair of strikeouts in the 4th, and the Reddies with some momentum back in their pocket. They'll hit when we return on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to D. White Field, bottom of the 4th. Addie Jordan leads things off for the Reddies. It'll be 7-8-9 due up in the inning. Jordan takes a strike inside corner. Oh, 1 to Jordan, who singled in the second. 1-1. Jordan takes inside. Jordan, 5'5" freshman out of Conway, Arkansas. 1 for 2 with 2 RBI, and was also hit by a pitch in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. 1-1. 1-2. Slap foul. It has just turned into a quintessential spring afternoon here in Arkadelphia. At the first pitch, which was an early first pitch, this game started about 10 minutes early. It was scheduled for 12 noon. First pitch thrown 11:50. It was overcast. By the end of the 3rd inning, it's been all blue skies as Jordan just fouls it off the end of the bat. She got 1 stitch of the softball, but it was enough to get away from the catcher, Giorgio, and Jordan stays alive. Here comes another 1-2 from Howell looking for her 3rd K. Doesn't get it as it skips away from the second baseman, Johnson. That'll be ruled an error. If you're Johnson, that's a tough play. It short hopped you, but you got to knock that down. And Northwestern Oklahoma State commits the first error of the game. Jordan reaches, and Krista Larry digs in, number 00. Larry going to try to change her fortunes. She squared to bunt on a sacrifice attempt in the second, but popped up and fouled out. We'll see if they keep the bunt on or put the bunt on here. Larry squares, gets it down. It's barehanded by the 3rd baseman, Zanka. She throws to first, and Flowers can't make the catch. Excuse me, that was Johnson, the second baseman, who was covering. And everybody is safe. Larry safe at first, and Jordan rounded second and took third because nobody was back standing on the bag as it dribbled away from Johnson, who was covering. The Reddies are going to have runners on the corners in the bottom of the fourth with nobody out. When we come back, we'll take a break as the Lady Rangers want to talk things over. Lady Rangers finish their conference. Reddies bat with the runners on the corners. Bottom of the fourth, nobody out. As Taylor squares to bunt, it gets away from the catcher and into the netting behind home plate. Jordan scores from third. Larry takes third from first as the third baseman Zanka charged, and nobody was there to make the throw. So Northwestern Oklahoma State just doing themselves no favors here in the bottom of the fourth. Henderson State makes it a 4-3 ball game, now with a runner on third, represented by Larry. 1-0 to Taylor. She squares to bunt again, fouls it back. 1-1. Won the count. Nobody out here. Bottom of the fourth. Reddies down 4-3. Taylor trying to bring home Larry from third. Hits it high in the air. Shallow left, and it lands fair. Larry scores. Taylor slides into second safely. That's going to be a double. Just the Bermuda Triangle over there. The shortstop Burleson made a long run. The left fielder Solberg came in, but neither could get to it, and Ashlyn Taylor's got a double, and the Lady Rangers want to talk things over again, and we'll take another break. 4-4 ball game. So a defensive substitution for the Lady Rangers. Brianna Wisby into left field, replacing Solberg, as O'Quinn lays down the bunt, but it takes a left turn and rolls foul. Henderson State has tied it in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 4-4 ball game. Reddies with 2 across already. Henderson now with four runs on 6 hits. O'Quinn swings and is going to have an infield single, but Ashlyn Taylor slides into third safely. The Lady Rangers dugout can't believe the call because Zanka, although she dropped it, Zanka convinced that she picked it up and put the tag on before Taylor slid in. But everybody is safe. Now the Reddies again have runners on the corners in the bottom of the fourth. Still nobody out here.
Batting the second baseman, number 13, Zoe White.
Zoe White digs in. Runners on the corners. Taylor on third. O'Quinn on first. O'Quinn takes off. No throw down. O'Quinn steals second. Runners on second and third now. 0-1 to White. 1-1. Two runners in scoring position for the Reddies. A hit breaks a 4-4 tie. Inside, 2-1. White, 0 for 1 today. Sack bunt in the first. Grounded out to the second baseman in the third. Foul ball, 2-2. This has been a wacky, kind of topsy-turvy game. 4-4, bottom of the fourth. Put in play, slapped left side. And White is safe. The shortstop, Burleson, pulled the first baseman Flowers off the bag. That's going to be another error on the Lady Rangers. We'll step away. Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth, bases loaded. Abby Moore digs in. Nobody out. Reddies have already scored 2 in the inning. 4 errors in the inning for the Lady Rangers. Outside, 1-0. Taylor on third, O'Quinn on second, White on first. This is line foul on the third baseline. 1-1. Hannah Howell remains in the game for the Lady Rangers, who have really struggled in this inning fielding the softball. 4 errors. One to Moore. Strike called, inside corner, 1-2. Two. Just fouled off. Dribbles down the third base line. Count stays right at 1-2. Moore 1 for 1 today. Walked in the first, singled down the left field line in the third as it just bounced over the third base bag. Another 1-2. Sent it left field. Wisby makes the catch. Taylor coming home. The throw offline. Taylor safe. Everybody advances. The Reddies take the lead 5-4. Taylor scores, O'Quinn to third, White to second.
That is first baseman number 30, Monica Monreal.
First pitch to Monreal as she digs in. She takes a strike. Oh, 1 to Monreal. Reddies already have 3 runs in the inning, helped along by 4 Lady Rangers errors. Again, all in the inning. Strike 2, 0-2. Grounded down the third base line. Monreal thrown out at first after the pump fake by the third baseman Zanka.
Batting left fielder 8, Haley Reed.
Five, 4 Reddies lead. 2 out, 2 on, bottom of the fourth. Inside to Reese, 1-0. Reddies looking to extend their advantage. A couple RBIs out there for Reese if she can take advantage. Outside, 2-0. Reese, the first triple by any Henderson State player in the first, struck out in the third. That's fouled off. 2-1 now to Reese. This is hit hard. It tails into the left center field gap, and McElroy tracks it down for the final out of the inning. Reddies take the lead, 5-4. We'll go to the fifth on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to D. White Field. Beautiful day here in Henderson State. Reddies up 5-4. Crystal Lindsay stays in the circle for HSU as she misses low, skips off the turf to the Lady Rangers center fielder Lindsay McElroy. McElroy has been hit by a pitch in her 2 previous at-bats and scored after reaching both times. 1-0. Slapped foul down the third baseline, 1-1. Lindsay, who took over for Brewer, now in line for the win. Brewer went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs. Lindsay worked a 1-2-3 fourth, and the Reddies scored 3 in the bottom half to take a 5-4 lead. 1-1. Fouled back, 1-2. Strike 3 looking. Lindsay gets her 3rd K and is in her 4th out she's recorded. McElroy goes down.
Batting the second baseman, number 21, Kaylee Johnson.
Kaylee Johnson digs in. Nobody on the base paths, 1 out. First pitch swinging by Johnson. The second baseman, White, shuffles to her left and throws Johnson out by a couple steps. 4-3 easy second out.
Batting left fielder, number 22,
Brianna Wisby digs in. She was a defensive replacement for Solberg in left field in the top half of the, bottom half of the 4th inning. She bats here in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on for the Lady Rangers. Lindsay has retired the first 5 hitters she has faced. One out. 2-0. Henderson State thought that was strike 1. Wisby comes into this at-bat, batting .209 on the season, 9 hits, 1 of them a double. 2-0. Inside strike 2-1. Won the count. Foul ball, 3-2. Full count. Lindsay trying to get her 4th K, doesn't do it. Runs inside, ball 4, and Wisby works a walk. Wisby entered into the cleanup spot, so this will be the 5th hitter, Burleson, hitting with 2 outs and 1 on in the top of the 5th.
batting shortstop, number 6, Reagan Burleson.
Strike 1, Lindsay starts with a fastball and gets the call in the outside half. Burleson 1 for 2 today. RBI single through the right side in the top of the 1st. 5-4 ball game, top of the 5th right now. 0-1, 0-2. Lindsay gets the call on the outside strike. Again, Lindsay has already struck out 3 Lady Rangers hitters in her first 5 outs. trying to get out of the fifth after a 2-out walk. 0-2. Inside corner, strike 3. Burleson goes down looking. Reddies will try to add to their 1-run lead in the bottom of the fifth when we come back on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome back to a gorgeous afternoon at D. White Field. Reddies lead 5-4, bottom of the fifth. Taylor Sled leads things off, trying to turn around an 0-for-2 day so far. Sled takes inside. That actually bounced and hit Sled. So first pitch of the inning, and Henderson State has a base runner. Sled reaches with a plunk, and the Reddies may have a pinch runner here. Looks like Bree Jones is going to come out of the dugout and stretch her legs as Sled will be replaced on the base paths with Addie Jordan getting set to dig in. Jordan one for 2 with a run scored. Sled gets some high fives from her teammates. Reddies up 5-4, bottom of the fifth. Jones on first, the pinch runner. Would not be surprised if I saw Jordan square to bunt here with a sacrifice opportunity. She does. She fouled it off. We're going to say it hit Jordan while she was still in the batter's box, so foul ball, 0-1 the count. Jordan keeps the bat back, swings away. Henderson State appeared to have the hit and run on there as Jones was heading down the baseline, but Jordan pulls it foul. Count goes 0-2. Jones takes off. It's through the right side, and Jones will be held at second as Jordan has her second hit of the day. Reddies back threatening with 2 base runners, nobody out at the bottom of the fifth. Henderson State trying to add to their 1-run lead. They're in front 5-4 in the later stages of this ball game. Henderson State a few innings away from a 3-game sweep of the Lady Rangers. Henderson State took both of the doubleheader yesterday. One game won 4-2, one game won 4-1. Crystal Larry squares. She gets the bunt down. Third base side. The third baseman, Zanka, pumps to third and throws to first. and Larry beats it out. I'm not quite sure why Zaynka tried to throw it to third. She was never going to have a play charging from her own position. If the team is sacrificing, you just got to take the out. But Zaynka gets greedy, and Henderson State loads the bases. Ashlyn Taylor bats, bases loaded. That's low and inside. It skips off the turf. Bases loaded to Taylor. This is hit hard down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Jones scores. Jordan scores. That's a 2-run double for Ashlyn Taylor, who's got her first 3 extra base hits of the season this weekend. And the Reddies have blown it open. They lead 7-4 in the bottom of the 5th, and the Lady Rangers are going to have a new pitcher. So an infield single for Zoe White.
Third baseman number 21, Abby Moore.
And we'll have a quick visit to the circle as the Lady Rangers again want to talk things over. This is a team that does a lot of communicating, but the Reddies, the ones who have been the loudest with the bats. HSU leads 9-4, bottom of the fifth. 1 out, 1 on. Henderson's inning continuing with Abby Moore. Moore takes inside for a ball. Taylor Sled led off the inning, being hit by a pitch. She could bat for a second time this inning. One now to Moore. Swing and a miss. Moore fooled by the breaking ball. 1-2. To Moore. Hit and run. White takes off. She turns at second and is going to get to third safely standing up. Good piece of hitting by Moore. She goes the other way for the single, and the Reddies have runners on the corners again. Just 1 out, and right now, all of a sudden, we got a real run rule possibility. Henderson sit up 9-4. They need to, if the Reddies go up by 8, because we've played 5 innings, that's a run rule. So right now, Monreal represents the run that would end the game. So all of a sudden, Henderson State went into this inning leading 5-4, and they can hypothetically end it with 1 swing of the bat right now. Monreal swings back up the middle. That's a single. Jogging home to score is White. Moore goes to second. Monreal has her second hit, and now the game-winning run is on first base. The Reddies with 5 runs in the fifth. They lead 10-4. This is the most runs the Reddies have scored all year. Henderson State absolutely on fire with the bats, and the Reddies now lead 10-4, winning run on first. It would be a run rule. Reese. First pitch outside, 1-0. Moore on second, Monreal on first. Henderson State with 5 runs on 5 hits so far here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0. Right side could be a double play. Johnson instead just takes 1 as Reese is thrown out at first. Monreal goes to second, Moore goes to third. And we're going to have a re-enter as Taylor Sled will bat for the second time this inning. Sled was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch of the inning, then was pinch run for by Bree Jones. She'll bat again with a chance to end the ball game. Again, 8 runs advantage makes this or ends this game, as we've already played 5 innings, or this would be the bottom half of the fifth. Sled, the righty batter, with Moore on third and Monreal on second. Breaking ball dips to the ankles of Sled. 1-0. Sled 0 for 2. Popped out to the third baseman in the first, struck out looking in the third, hit by a pitch in the fifth. 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. To Sled. Hit hard and through the left side. Moore scores. Monreal held at third. Sled with an RBI single, her third RBI of the weekend. And Henderson State now 1 run away from ending this ball game. And it'll be up to Addie Jordan. Henderson State with a touchdown in the bottom of the 5th. 6 runs, and the extra point wins it. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Jordan takes a breaking ball for a strike. Outside corner, nice pitch. 0-1 count. Monreal on third. Sled on first. Henderson State, 6 runs in the inning. 12 hits on the night. Strike 2, another breaking ball. To Jordan. Low. Sled takes off. Down to second. Slides safely. Lady Rangers not worried about Sled at all, because Sled is running behind Monreal at third, and if Monreal scores, this game is over. Left side, line out. Jordan lines out to Wisby in left field, and this game continues. Reddies up 7 runs in the top of the 6th. Gotta hit some shots, man. We've had open look after open look.
Batting for third baseman, number 29, Allison Zenga.
Welcome back to D. White Field, top of the 6th. Henderson State up 11-4. The Reddies could not end it in the bottom of the 5th. They scored 6 runs. They needed 7. Crystal Lindsay stays in the circle for HSU on the way to a victory, pitching with a comfortable 7-run lead. She starts Zanka with a ball low 1-0. Foul. 1-1. Beautiful day here at D. White Field. Henderson State 6 outs away from wrapping up a 3-game sweep of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Lindsay misses with the 1-1, 2-1 now. Swung on, fouled off, 2-2. Lindsay took over for Mallory Brewer, and Lindsay now in line for the win. Lindsay's gone 2 innings, 1 walk, 4 Ks, no hits allowed, 2-2. This is lined at Taylor, and Taylor misjudged it. It's going to roll to the wall. Zanka taking 2, and she is safe. I thought Taylor was going to have a chance at that. She just seemed to misplay it, and that's going to be a double for Zanka.
Batting for pitcher number 25, Allie Cooper.
Fouled down the first base line. 0-1. 11-4, Reddies lead, top of the 6th. Lindsay gives up the leadoff double for the Lady Rangers' first hit off the freshman reliever. Swing and a miss by the pitcher, either Hufford or Huford. I apologize. She's not listed on the pronunciation guide. 0-2. Lifted to right. Larry has got a beat on it. She makes the catch, and Zanka stays at second as Lindsay records the first out of the inning. Reddies up 11-4, top of the 6th, 1 on, 1 out for the Lady Rangers. Flowers, the lefty hitter, takes a 1-0 outside, 2-0. Two out, 3-0. Lindsay missed inside. Strike one, 3-1. This is skewed foul. Full count, 3-2. Lindsay looking for the second out of the inning and her 5th K. 3-2 to Flowers. Off the hands, sent left side of the infield. Moore throws it away. And everybody is safe. I'm not sure why Moore just didn't take the out at first. You're up 11-4. Just take the out. There's no sense to get cute. It doesn't score a run. It's the second out. You don't have to worry about a sacrifice fly. There's really no sense in worrying that much about Zanka at second base. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and we're going to have a substitution, a pinch hitter, as Kelsey Bushy will bat when we come back. Pinch runner and a pinch hitter. Runners on the corners for the Lady Rangers as Kelsey Bushy bats and takes a strike, outside edge. 1 out, top of the 6th. Reddies up 11-4. Zanka on third. Oh, 1. Make it 0-2. The pitch runner is Solberg, who was previously in left field today, but was taken out and replaced in left by Wisby. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Crystal Lindsay wastes no time and gets her 5th K for the second out of the inning. That brings up Hannah Howell to lead the leadoff hitter. Bats with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Howell takes a strike at the belt. 0-1. Popped it up. Left side of the infield. Taylor, the shortstop, calls for it and makes the catch. Lady Rangers strand 2. Henderson State can end it with a run in the bottom of the 6th when we come back. Well, to start the bottom of the 6th, we're going to have a pitcher we haven't seen before. We're going to have a hitter we haven't seen before. It'll be Morgan Reeve hitting for the Reddies, 5'10 freshman from Frisco, Texas, and pitching for the Lady Rangers. It'll be Alexia Taylor, senior out of Jay, Oklahoma. Henderson State leads 11-4 as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. Henderson State will end this game with a run rule if they get one more run across. First pitch to Reeve inside, 1-0. Reeve hits it hard, deep center field. Off the bottom of the wall, it bounces away from the center fielder, McElroy, and Reeve slides in head first to second. The winning run in scoring position as Reeve starts the 6th with a leadoff double. Ashlyn Taylor digs in. She's had a great game, 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 3 ribbies. If I'm David Martinez, I'm letting Taylor swing away. Taylor does that. Looked like she was thinking about squaring to bunt. Kind of caught between a rock and the hard place. Not a great swing, 0-1. One to Taylor. High and outside. 1-1. Reeve on second. 1-1 to Taylor. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Taylor looking for her 3rd extra base hit of the day. Shot back to short, gloved by Burleson, and she throws out Taylor. 6-3. Reeve stays at second. Caitlin O'Quinn will dig in. 1 out, 1 on for the Reddies. Henderson State up 11-4 in the bottom of the 6th. O'Quinn looking to end it. Bring home Reeve from second. O'Quinn pulls the bunt back, and it gets away from the catcher, allowing Reeve to go to third. Winning run on third with Reeve. O'Quinn can end it. Henderson State one swing of the bat away from a 3-game sweep of the Lady Rangers. 1-0. Low and inside 2-0. To O'Quinn. Hitters count. Line to the shortstop, Burleson, and that was caught. And so O'Quinn retired in the batter's box, and now 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, as Henderson State still looking to end it. And now it'll be up to Zoe White. White with a single and a run in the 5th. First pitch to White. Off the end of the bat, skewed foul, out of play, 0-1. Morgan Reeve on third. She led the inning with a leadoff double. Advanced on a pass ball. If Henderson State brings Reeve home, they win this ball game with a run rule. 0-1. That's in the dirt. 1-1. Slow roller to short. Burleson up with it and throws out White. This game will go to the 7th. Now Henderson State can end it with 3 outs, as the Lady Rangers will need 7 runs in the top of the 7th when we come back. Welcome back to D. White Field. It'll be 2-3-4 in the top of the 7th for the Lady Rangers. McElroy, Johnson, Wisby. As Crystal Lindsay looks to finish this one out. She misses with a strike, misses with a fastball outside. 1-0. Lindsay, if she can get 3 outs here in the top of the 7th, she will pick up her first win of the season. 1-0 to McElroy. Hits it right at the shortstop, Taylor. Taylor up with it. Throws to first, and Monreal slid off the bag. That is an error on the Reddies. That's been a problem for Taylor this season. She has short-hopped Monreal more times than I can count. And if Monreal's foot came off the bag, and the Lady Rangers get a base runner to start the 7th. Johnson digs in. McElroy on first. Johnson takes ball 1 above the belt. 1-0. That runs inside. That plunks Johnson. 2 runners on for the Lady Rangers. We'll step away. Lady Rangers runners on second and third. 1-0 from Lindsay. 2-0. Lindsay, 3+ innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Popped up. Center field. It should be deep enough to score McElroy at third. It's caught by O'Quinn. McElroy comes home. O'Quinn throws to third behind her in anticipation of Johnson going to third. And so the Reddies happy to trade a run for an out. They lead 11-5 now as the sac fly brings home a run. Burleson digs in. Runner on second. 1 out. Burleson fouls this out of play. 0-1. Lindsay allows the run, but it was unearned because that runner, McElroy, reached on an error by the shortstop, Ashlyn Taylor. Reddies still in a comfortable position. Up 6 runs. Lady Rangers have 2 outs left in the top of the 7th. Johnson on second. 0-1. Off the end of the bat. And it tails foul. The second baseman, White, took a long run and made a diving attempt, but he's always going to have a tough go to catch that one. Oh, 2. Lindsay has been excellent in relief of Mallory Brewer. Back up the middle and through. Johnson held at third. Runners on the corners for the Lady Rangers as the line continues to move for Northwestern Oklahoma State in what has been a very long game, past the 2-hour mark. And if you're wondering how that's possible, because first pitch was scheduled at 12 noon, it's only 1:53. We started this game 10 minutes early. But it's been the longest game of the year, probably including that 10-inning game we had against Harding. Swung on. Chop left side. Taylor at the shortstop charges. Throws out the runner going down to first. Now a throw home. That's a double play, and this ball game is over. The Reddies win it 11-5.